In a world that often defines beauty within narrow frames, Yumana Hanzé stands as a stunning reminder that true allure begins with authenticity. From the first moment she appeared before the camera, something about her energy felt different. Calm, confident, and quietly revolutionary. It wasn't just her look, it was her presence. The way she carried herself spoke of a woman who had walked through self-doubt and learned to turn it into her signature glow. But before we dive deeper into her inspiring journey, a quick reminder. If you're someone who believes that beauty is diverse and confidence is the real crown, then don't forget to join Sweet Models World, where we celebrate models who inspire hearts, break stereotypes, and redefine elegance every single day. Every successful model has a story, not just of runways and photo shoots, but of courage. For Yumana Hanzé, that courage began long before her name became known. Born in an environment where modeling wasn't always understood or celebrated, she carried dreams that felt too big for her surroundings. But even as the world tried to mold her into its idea of enough, Yamana quietly nurtured her own idea of possible. As a young girl, she often watched fashion shows on television, mesmerized not only by the glitz and glamour, but by the poise of the women who walked the stage. They looked untouchable, like stories wrapped in silk. Yet somewhere deep inside, she knew she belonged there too. The mirror became her first stage. Each glance, each pose, a whisper of the woman she was becoming. It wasn't easy. Behind every photograph we see today, behind every confident smile, are the early days of rejection and uncertainty. The industry can be harsh, and Yamana met that reality head-on. She heard the no's. She faced the criticism. But rather than letting those moments shrink her spirit, she turned them into quiet fuel. "I realized early that beauty isn't about perfection," she once shared. "It's about confidence, the kind that can't be filtered." And that confidence became her weapon of grace. With time, photographers began to notice what audiences would soon fall in love with, that magnetic blend of strength and softness that only Yamana could embody. Her photos didn't just capture her, they told stories. Every image carried emotion, a mixture of elegance, freedom, and that rare kind of peace that only comes when you've accepted who you are. Yumana's rise wasn't overnight. She built it brick by brick, through dedication, discipline, and a sense of self-worth that no one could take away. What made her stand out wasn't only her beauty, but her ability to make others feel something. When she stepped in front of the camera, it wasn't about showing off perfection, it was about expressing truth. Slowly, the fashion world began to take notice. From small shoots to international campaigns, Yumana's name grew quietly yet steadily. Designers described her as a muse of balance, timeless yet modern. Her walk on the runway spoke volumes. Every step was poetry, every glance a statement. And that's what makes Marina different. She's not chasing fame, she's building a movement. She's using her platform to open doors for those who were once told they didn't belong in the modeling world. Her collaborations extend beyond fashion. Marina has worked with photographers, artists, and lifestyle brands who share her belief that art should represent everyone. She's walked runways that once excluded curvy models and turned them into stages of liberation. Each step she takes is a declaration. Beauty has no limit, no label, no boundaries. Behind the glamour, though, is a woman who works tirelessly to keep her dreams alive. She trains, plans, networks, and pours heart into every opportunity. Her commitment is a quiet reminder that success doesn't come by luck. It's built by consistency, resilience, and self-belief. As she continues to grow, Marina remains deeply grounded. She doesn't see her followers as numbers. She sees them as people. Each comment, each message, it all fuels her drive to keep shining, not just for herself, but for everyone watching her journey. And speaking of shining, her smile has become something of a signature. It's more than a pretty expression. It's a symbol of everything she stands for. Confidence, warmth,
joy.
When she smiles, it feels like she's telling the world, you can be beautiful exactly as you are. Marina's influence goes beyond modeling. She's becoming a cultural voice. In interviews and live sessions, she often speaks about breaking stereotypes and the need for more realistic representation in fashion. She believes that the industry is slowly changing, but she's also aware that true progress takes courage, the courage to be the example you once needed to see. Her journey continues to inspire countless young women who once hid behind insecurities. Today, many of them stand tall because Marina showed them that being curvy isn't a limitation, it's a celebration. And as her presence expands, so does her impact. She's been featured in digital campaigns, fashion magazines, and brand promotions that highlight diversity as the new definition of beauty. Her confidence has become contagious, spreading through images, captions, and her genuine spirit. What's remarkable about Marina is that she doesn't just focus on the surface. She's deeply passionate about growth, emotionally, spiritually, and creatively. She often talks about balance, the balance between ambition and peace, between external beauty and inner strength. In one of her recent posts, she wrote something that perfectly captures her soul. Every curve tells a story. Every scar is a memory. Every woman is art. Those words resonated across her community like music, simple, true, and powerful. And that's the essence of Eva Marina. She's not just a model, she's a living portrait of self-love, an artist of her own identity. Her story teaches us that beauty begins where comparison ends, and that every person has the right to shine in their own light. As the world continues to evolve, Marina remains one of those rare figures who bring grace to every space she enters. Whether she's posing for a camera, walking through a city street, or sharing words of wisdom online, she leaves behind something more lasting than an image. She leaves a feeling that you are worthy, that you are seen, that you can be your own kind of beautiful. And now, to everyone watching, if Marina's journey has touched you, let it be a reminder. Your beauty is unique, your story is powerful, and your confidence is waiting to bloom. Here at Sweet Models World, we celebrate women like Marina, not just for their looks, but for their light. So if you haven't yet, subscribe now, stay connected, and be part of this growing family that believes in kindness, confidence, and self-love. Because at Sweet Models World, we don't just tell stories, we celebrate souls. And as we celebrate the radiant, unstoppable spirit of Eva Marina, let's remember, beauty isn't what you wear, it's what you carry within. Confidence isn't a pose, it's a presence. And dreams? They belong to anyone brave enough to chase them. From her first photo to her next big step, Eva Marina continues to prove that the most beautiful thing a woman can be is herself. This is Sweet Models World, thanking you for watching, supporting, and believing in real beauty. Until next time, stay confident, stay kind, and remember, the world shines a little brighter when you do.